You know, some things in this world just don't make any sense. You know, if we got stuff like just anything, it's just crazy. And it's not like they're necessarily bad. It's just the fact that, like, why? Like, they're almost like the did I ask of existence. You don't really dislike it, but sometimes maybe you have some sort of struggling to empathize with whatever it is. So I'll be going over the top 5 things I just can't understand. And let's just get into it. Number 5, the Swedish chef from the Muppets. This guy confuses me. I think of him every single day of my life. Every time I go to sleep and I'm contemplating all the things I did the day and how I was like, oh, damn. And I always think of the Swedish chef. Now, I'm no real big hardcore fan of the Muppets. But seriously, who was designing that? It was like all of the Muppets are all regular old, I don't know, English speaking guys, and they all got like their weird animal hybrid things. And then there's just the Swedish chef. He's just this regular old guy who just goes and he goes home and he goes, it's like, why? Like, what? I'm sorry, what? It's like, who did this? Why is this man in existence? I just can't understand it. I'm not against I'm definitely not against the Swedish chef. But it's just like, who did this? Who would do this? Whose mind works like this? It's like, imagine being in the little room. It's like everyone's sitting down. They're like, okay, David, what you got? Well, I got Kermit. He's a nice little fella. He's a green, teaches us cool stuff. Sings songs. And the other guy, we're like, okay, cool. I got the bear guy, whatever his name is. He's pretty cool. He's a big old teddy bear. You can hug him. He's nice. And they're like, okay, I don't know, Mark, what you guys? Like, I got the Swedish chef. He's not an animal. He's just a regular Swedish person. And also speaks weird. And they're like, right on. And they would just put him right in there. It's just like, why? Who did this? I want the names. If you can comment below who the Swedish chef creator was to bring him to our attention, that'd be very pleased. Thank you. Number 4, we got weird old cable shows. So, like, when you're, like, going on the television and you're looking for stuff and you're just there and maybe you're just trying to get to Netflix and then there's just the weird trailer for, like, oh, FBI premiering this Sunday. It's a gritty cop retelling of like 911 and stuff. It's like, who's watching this? It's like, this is garbage. Trash, may I say. It's like this just poorly stupid, like, generic, like, show that, like, I've never heard of. And it's almost like, why? Just who's watching this? Because I can remember seeing all of these trailers from, like, me when I was like a baby, and I still saw them a couple of days ago. It's like, who's watching this? Who's doing it? It's like, is it old boomers? It's like, because I doubt they would be too interested in that sort of stuff. I mean, it's a crazy world, man. I have no interest in that. Man, if you can find me someone who watches, like, shows like 911 or, like, FBI or, like, NCIS, all these weird shows, like, please report them to your local authorities. Don't actually do that. They're probably just boomers. Anyways, air vents. Now, I'm talking about those things, when you go out of the bathroom and they're like, haha, we didn't give you paper. Now you have to put your hands in this little thing and put your hands in there. And then the air is going to push in there. It's going to push against your hands. It's going to get the water off. Like, why? It's like, this is totally inefficient. I could just take the paper, wipe off my hands. Boom, done. Dunzo. Done-orino. Now I need to put my hand and put air against it? Like, no, that's not going to happen. Denied, sir. Why would you assume that this would be a more efficient way to do this? Because it's not. And you're frankly wrong if you believe otherwise. If you believe that putting your hand in that little air venty thing, I'll put my hands in there, is somehow gonna make your hands dry, you're wrong. Don't come near me. Don't come within a 5 mile 0.89 inches of me. Anyways, we also got knobs on a guitar. If you're a guitar player, see if I can show you it real quick. So we got stuff like the strings, all these things that make sense. But then we have like this. It's like these two things. Now these are like for the tone and stuff like that. But it's like if you have an amp, and these are really only on electric guitars, rarely acoustic. But if you have like an amp and you can adjust all of this, why? Why have those? It seems useless. It's like the amp can control reverb, it can control bass, it can control volume, it can control all of those things. And I get like the little knob that you untwist it because it's the output. But other than that, it's like, why? Why are you doing this? And the last thing I got is the old Netflix original shows. Occasionally have those like stuff like Black Mirror, Westworld, all of this stuff that's there and it's good. And like, Stranger Things is great. But then you have these weird Netflix originals like Explain. I'm sure it's very interesting, but did I ask? No. So I don't really want to watch that ever. And then we have other things like, I don't even know. It's like, oh God, the Adam Sandler one. It was like the Grateful Six or something. I don't know. It was a weird cowboy one that was straight to Netflix. And you have stuff like Nick Cage's Vengeance, a Love Story, Minecraft, Story Mode. It's like, what is this? It's bad. Guys, don't watch it. Unless Explained. Explained looks interesting, but still, it's like, why? Like, it's just sad. So, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and just remember that, I don't even know what to remember.